Why are we here?
Because you just spent a ridiculously large amount of money to get your truck all done up.
Yeah. Sponsored by the wife. Hey guys, how do we keep it dirty off-road? I got Jason with me.
Yep, you do.
God damn it, dude. You're gonna have to figure out this intro shit.
What, this doesn't work?
Alright, so we're here at RPG Off-Road to pick up my truck. If you guys saw the last video, we asked you guys what kind of suspension upgrades we should do, and today we're gonna show you what we actually did.
He ignored all of you, by the way.
Yeah, screw you all. But yeah, we're just waiting for the truck to come back. The truck is all done, I think. Right? Casey, is it all done? So it's all done. It's out getting a line, so we're just waiting for it to come back, and then we're gonna show you guys basically as we see it. You'll watch me basically give away all my fucking savings just to buy this truck, and hopefully I don't break it the first time I go out.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Helio proof will be something one day. It'll be a thing.
When they find stronger metal.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a whole titanium, but I'll find a way to break it anyways. All right, guys. Well, let's go check out the truck.
Ooh.
That looks sexy. Dad, where's your wrap?
I know, right? It looks all bare and shit.
Where's your wrap, dude?
Now your attention's all drawn to the shocks.
Let's go look at this thing, man. Thank you. Oh, hey, dude. Look at that. Yeah, dude, look at that. That looks badass, man.
Yeah, it's sexy type. Wonder how long we can break this.
Don't say that.
Have you messed with like shock tuning at all or no?
No, that's part of what I got to work with Corey on
So
too.
they should be set up.
I know he said he stiffened up the front end big time.
Yeah, because we know you like to go hard.
You can tell by the skid plate.
Yeah.
That's
The old one.
That's the third one.
Yeah, new one.
No, it's fine.
Shit, I might just.
It's not caved in yet. So how many tubes does it have to adjust? Is it just those two?
5 tubes. So you have two rebound and 3 compression on it. So the longer tube is going to be at like full compression. That's the bypass for full stroke. Once you get out of that one, the middle tube is like a mid compression, and then the bottom one is for that low end. It's really.
What about the front? The front's a little bit different, right?
It only has compression, but it has dual speed. High-speed compression is like running in the desert. That's when the shock's moving fast. Low speed is to give you that Cadillac feel on the street.
I'm gonna forget all of this. I'm definitely gonna forget all of this. This is so much, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
So much.
As you guys can see from that video, I was a little overwhelmed by everything going on, right? I mean, it was so much. I never thought I would actually get my truck upgraded to that level. So it was definitely overwhelming. Thanks a lot, honey, for letting me do such a crazy upgrade.
Spoiled moment.
So I know a lot of you guys are wondering what we actually did. So we ended up doing 3.5 shocks in the back. We ended up going with Fox. Reason we went with Fox is, if you guys remember from the last video, it's basically the same with Fox or Kings. The main difference between the two is the tuning. So we did the Fox in the rear, 3.5. 4 is too much for the stock Raptor. If you try to go 4, you're gonna cause more damage and you're gonna need more reinforcement. 3.5 is more than enough. RPG also took care of all the welding. They welded the rear axle, welded some new plates in there, which will show you. Now RPG's kit is unique in that you don't need to have track bars installed in it. A lot of the other kits do. They figured out how to install it onto the axle so you don't have to worry about track bars. Up front, we also took care of the suspension too, because you can't upgrade the back without doing something up front. You have to. Otherwise, you'll end up with a lawn dart in the desert like I did last time. Essentially, we did 3.0 factory series up front with the upgraded tie rods. We couldn't do the upper control arms because I really like the stock wheels. I really like the forged beadlock wheels. It's hard to find something equivalent that's as strong, so we couldn't do the upper control arms. Good thing is, everything we did, both the shocks, the control arms, everything that we have can be reused if you want to upgrade to a full bulk kit up front later. Big thank you for RPG for hooking us up. They're very patient with me. I had a lot of questions. We went back and forth on a ton of options, and you know, they kind of they really spent the time to really help me understand what was going to be the better upgrade for the truck. So big thank you to those guys. They really gave me a pretty good deal, and they really hooked us up. Now, I'm a big fan of RPG's products because of how simple and how strong they are. You have a lot of options when it comes to Raptor upgrades, but the RPG kits, to me, are simple and they're strong, right? And they look to be very, very well thought out, unlike a lot of the other kits out there. There's no trade-off for easier installation. It's all about making the kit stronger and better. Now, once we decided to do the upgrade, RPG was able to basically get me in that same day. They have all these parts in stock. We made the decision, put down our deposit, and my truck was done within 2 days. I mean, completely amazing how quick and how awesome that was. No other shop can really offer you that. RPG makes it a point to keep most of the stuff they sell in stock. So keep that in mind when you're doing your next upgrade. You may want to consider the RPG guys just for the fact that they have things in stock. One thing though to keep in mind, RPG guys are very busy. They're out there doing builds. They're not going to be able to answer the phone most of the time. So if you're ready to do a build for them, either go ahead and order online, or just go ahead and drive over to the guys down in Laguna Hills and talk to them. You know, when we went out there, they rolled out the red carpet, and I noticed that they do that for everybody that shows up. They answer the questions, they're very helpful, and they're just amazing. And it's the reason why we picked them as a shop, our build. Now, as you guys can see, I couldn't wait. We got the truck back Friday afternoon. We spent all afternoon Friday basically getting her ready. We adapted and made a custom plate so that we can put our Pro Eagle jack onto the kit. We got my toolbox set up so that we can put it in the back of the truck. We're putting it backwards so we can make it work. And then we got our power tank set up, and we got to use that for the first time. So yeah, we couldn't wait. We had to go test it out, and what an improvement. I mean, we haven't done any shock tuning to it yet, but the RPG folks did do some shock tuning for us. They RPG guys know how hard I drive. They know I'm liable to break stuff. They've been following me for a while, so they know the kind of damage I've done to my truck. So they put in a baseline tune already, just based on the fact that I like to go relatively fast off-road, probably faster than I should have. And I'm happy to report it was so smooth. I mean, it was amazing how smooth it was on a road that I frequent a lot, 395 Powerline Road, which if you guys have ever been on a run with me, it is by far my favorite roads. If you guys ever come, it'll become your favorite road. With the stock suspension and the gear I carry, I was basically running the bump stops throughout that whole trail. And this last time out, we just did a quick run, nothing crazy. We didn't do a group or anything like that. It was just about going out and exploring, and luckily the wife let me play off-road, which she never does. And it was so smooth. We didn't even touch the bumps, which, you know, that's part of what we got to tune, right? We didn't touch the bump stops at all because we can run so much faster. And I was running my normal speed through there, what I thought was fast with the stock suspension. With this suspension, I can go so much faster now, and it's scary. I have to relearn how to basically drive the truck. I gotta listen to it. I gotta start getting used to the handling of it because it is very different, and then I gotta start fine-tuning the adjustments. Luckily, the RPG guys gave us a couple tips on how to do that, what to listen for, and I always have a line back to them to get some more advice on what we should be tuning. That's our next big thing for this truck now, is learning how to tune the shocks. And it's not as easy as it sounds. The RPG team kind of went over some of the stuff with us, but man, did I get overwhelmed because there's so much. I mean, the rear shocks alone have 5 different points of adjustment that deal with rebound and compression at the different strokes of the shock. The front shocks are not as crazy. The front shocks is mainly about compression, but there is so much adjustment. There's so much you have to pay attention to that it's a little overwhelming. And we're going to learn it all, and we're going to pass it on to you guys too. So as soon as we start getting an idea of how to do this, we're going to start playing with the shocks. We're going to try to do a video of that later on, as well as doing more runs. We're going to be doing more runs. As you guys know, we're going to be in SEMA this year. We're going to be doing a whole lot more runs with the truck and really get to explore what we can do with the suspension. Hopefully we don't find the limits of this suspension, because I definitely found the limits of the last suspension. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and keep those trucks nice and dirty, like mine.